This is We All Be, news-free Dixie for the 21st century. See how it works? Somewhere. Can you dig it?
Greetings, family. This is Brother Ron. I'm sitting in my car. It's the wee hours in the morning. Paranoid like a you-know-what. As y'all know, my car recently been broken into twice. It got broken into, or they tried to break into my car. They bust out the driver. They cracked it real bad. My driver's side window. And they succeeded in cracking the back window. I just got this replaced. Within it haven't even been 24 hours yet. I got this replaced. They did this Sunday morning around 4:30. Neighbors saw 3 young black kids, 3 young black youths, smashing folks' cars with whatever weapons or whatever tools they had. They breaking things, so they weapons. And it is what it is, man. But I'm realizing that crime does pay. It doesn't pay the average citizen, It exploits the average citizen, but the glass companies are making a killing in Memphis. The glass companies, the auto glass people, they are big and small, mom and pop and corporate, are making the killing after these cars being smashed up. This is ridiculous. I heard reports like in my apartment complex, about 20 cars one night got smashed, including mine. And it's like, when you wake up in the morning, you don't know what to expect. I mean, like, the quality of my day is determined what has happened or didn't happen to my car early that morning. And it's like, we got a small garage. It's like Fort Apache, everybody trying to race back to the fort, and to escape the Indians, that's out there in the brave new world. I mean, it was like the Wild Wild West, because, I drive down the streets downtown, you will see like piles of car glass in the streets, like it's just war zones. And the police already said it ain't enough of them. It's like the police told me, like, you got 86,000, 90,000 people that live downtown where I live, and there's only like 77 police for 80-some thousand people. And then they not telling people also they underreporting, but it came out because Police Chief Davis, she talked about how the police been getting shot at by the young folks. You got kids as young as 12 breaking in people's cars and shooting at people and stuff, from my understanding. So this is not just Chicago. This is America. Dr. King, who was murdered in Memphis by you-know-who, he said the greatest purveyor of violence on the planet is my own government. Because money is made off of war. Money is made off of violence. Crime does pay. Crime does pay. And it's said the insurance companies are making a killing. The auto glass companies are making a killing. The politicians are able to justify bringing in draconian laws and martial law because of the unlawfulness of the so-called citizenry. It's the Wild Wild West out here. And there's a lot of things that's going on. Like, people are so concerned about what you eat, but it's like what they doing with the stuff that is used to grow your food. How they poison the land and the water and the air. How lead can affect behavior. And like I said, let me correct, I was talking about in videos about how Legionnaire disease. Well, I want to say that lead poisoning is causing generational dysfunction. Like, lead from the pipes that's happened in Flint, Michigan, Newark, and really all over the place. Cities are zones of death for people of color, for black folk. We should have never left the land. But they're also poisoning the land. You don't hear about the Roundup situation. We got farmers getting cancer from being exposed to Roundup. And then you look at the same stuff that's causing cancer in the farmers. They are using this stuff to grow the food. So, you talk about, bottled water, look at what they put in the plastics, man. Look what they put in our food and da-da-da-da. So really it's just a big old death orgy. This system is running off of blood sacrifices, big and small. But I just want to say that when I go to the auto glass stores, man, it's been really Mercury retrograde, right? They so busy, they'll put me on hold for 30 minutes I just like, cause I'm calling back saying, is my glass come in yet? And we'll hold for a second, Mr. Hurd. 30 minutes later, we don't got your glass. It was so hard to find this particular glass for both of these because they so specialized. But it just boggles my mind to try to pay for rent as well as your light bill, your water bill, and now the new bill of you expecting to pay $300 to $400 a month, if not more, for somebody violating your glass on your car in your car. And what really pissed me off this time around was that it was the cosmetic damage done around the structure of my car. Not just the window, but they damaged the structure of the car. And now that's going to cost me some money I don't even have, but I'm still a crazy man because I still want to give back to my people. I love my people. And it's not just a black thing. It's a societal thing because, like, Reverend Artur Easton Williams, a great reverend and humanitarian and artivist in her own right, she was killed in front of her home in her neighborhood. These folks took her affinity, but they didn't publicize that much was the fact that these were not black males that did this to her. These were like Latinos or Mexicans, teenagers, but the media protected their image. But when them black kids was busting windows and smashing and grabbing on Beale Street a couple weekends ago, they put their pictures out in the public. They didn't protect their identity. See, they demonize our kids, but our kids are not really the demons. It's the system of neglect. They see no hope because, truth be told, you always had youth acting up. But because of social media, the phenomenon known as social media, and people are like, they're repeating what they see on social media. Like now it's the trend to do this smash and grab stuff and to rob people. And they're looking for guns, right? A lot of times they will leave. I talked to a guy that replaces glass for a living. He told me a story about a dude had like $1,200 in his car, an iPad, and some other expensive technology in the car. They left all that in the car and just took his guns. Because Tennessee, you can carry a gun without a license or permit now. And a lot of people can't take their guns to work or to certain places like restaurants. So a lot of people leave their guns in their cars. And you got these folks looking for these guns for whatever reason. And that's why they busting in people's cars like mine. And I don't keep a gun in my car. Cause what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you keep a gun in your car and something happens to you, you have no access to it, yada yada yada. Right? So I just want to give y'all an update. It's so deep here because the police are not trying to really do anything to stop this. Now, they undermanned, they understaffed, but I think it's policy for them not to really intervene in what is happening to the average citizen. I feel like almost like the guy in Shawshank Redemption in the shower where he was getting repeatedly violated. And then he had to finally say enough is enough and did something about it. And I don't think people are really sick or tired of being sick and tired at this point. But something must be done, and I'm a part of the solution. I don't want to be afraid of our kids, man. I don't want to be like Dr. Frankenstein, and you created Frankenstein, but Frankenstein is not the real monster. Dr. Frankenstein is the monster because he created Frankenstein. Frankenstein is just being true to his or her nature. It's like what Tupac said, who was a great social scientist in his own right. Like he said, he diagnosed the thug life. And thug life stood for the hell you give little infants, else everyone. The hell you give little infants, else everybody. Everybody. Everyone. You see how it works. So this is what we're living through right now. We created these monsters, and we got the nerve to be afraid of these so-called monsters that we nurtured into existence. So I want to combat that because I really do believe that society can help black males become men who can uplift and empower our families, our communities, and our nations. or our nation rather. I believe that America must atone for what has been done to the black male to fully live up to its full potential as a country. Because like the way, because I'm a black male and a black man, and you know, society gets further. History has proven society has gotten further advanced in this situation in America when black males choose to be black men, where they fought for their right to be free in the Civil War, where they fought for their civil rights. When black men stand up, the world pays attention, for better or for worse. But we need to make it an incentive for black males to choose to be black men. We need black men back in our spaces to create rites of passage for our children, because a rite of passage should not involve going into jail. Because the problem what's going on now is that the juveniles get 19 times to do what they're doing to us, to violate our cars, to break into our homes. They get 19 chances, not 3 strikes, but 19 tries. Almost like with Nick Anderson. You remember the finals when the Magic played the Rockets and Nick Anderson? How many free throws he had? Like 7, 6, 8. He could have made like 1 or 2. The Magic would have won game 1, I think, or whatever. And Nick Anderson never recovered from that, I don't think. It traumatized him. He was a very good basketball player. I believe he was the first player drafted by the Orlando Magic. And yet, that sealed his fate, it seems. But anyway. Yes, but crime is paying off because the property value goes down, and all these so-called patriarchs of the Memphis scene, the land developers, and people in Memphis know the last name of these people. They bop all this property, and they get rich off of it. Insurance companies are getting rich off of raising the cost of insurance. The police get empowered because they say, well, we need more funding to enforce certain policies. We need to be able to do stop and frisk and all this stuff. This is what it's getting down to, because now they're trying to enforce a curfew law for these young people. They've been having the so-called curfew thing since I was a kid, and it never worked, you know, because that means you got to stop and frisk people and stop and question people who may not be underage, but they may look a certain age, you know. So anyway, it just really boggles the mind what's going on. And it's a lot of anxiety, man. I ain't gonna lie, because, you know, people are rushing in my apartment to get home, to get a space, man. People are so afraid. It's so much fear. And these monsters, they feed off fear. Like that monster in Jeepers Creeper, it gets strong off of your fear. It smells your fear. It eats your fear. It eats you. And they want us to be consumed by fear. But I say, no, turn that fear into love, and then love into power. That power can be used as leverage to get what you want. You know, reclaim your space, reclaim your time, reclaim everything. It is time for us to get our reparations in a different way. So I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to soldier on, and I want y'all to soldier on. And thank you all who have called me, text me, email me, DM me your concerns, and also who have sent in your support to help me fix my window, because I could not fix this window without you generous, beautiful people out there sending in donations and stuff like that in a timely fashion, man. Because, like, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. And I don't like to talk too much about woe is me, because I don't believe it's woe is me. I believe it's making me stronger. It's making me Memphis strong, man. Memphis strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting tough and resilient and more resolved in seeing the things I want to see get done and manifested. Because it's not about deep pockets. It's about how deep is your love for what you want to do. How deep is your love for self? How deep is your love for your neighbor? How deep is your love for your family? You know, so really it's about commitment at this point, and I'm committed to stay in the course and to do the people's work, to feed my people, even though I may be starving for support, starving for love, whatever. I'm gonna give love. And I want to thank the folks who shown me love recently. You know who your friends are in times of distress and trouble. But at the same time, trouble happens when good people say or do nothing. So I want you, the good people, to stay encouraged, to get your platform together, to amplify your voice, and to do your thing. And don't apologize for doing your thing. So I just want to provide this update. I'm trying to do more content. You know, I don't always, I don't know, man. I just want to share more. And I know people are going through it, because like people could look at my car, oh, he got it made. People don't know what the type of hell I be going through every day. The anxieties, the fears, and all that stuff that I have, the trauma that I deal with, that I sit with. And it's not just me going through there. It's a lot of us going through it, but a lot of us suffer in silence. But I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not alone. And that it is on us to step out on faith, to either find or create our tribe. So I want to encourage y'all to keep on finding and creating your tribe. So this is a good word from Brother Herb, because they trying to shut me out, y'all. But it's crazy that, when I want to give up, God, or universal God, will send me a sign in the form. It could be a donation. It could be I'll be out and about and people run me down like I owe them money, or I slept with their wife or something. And now they're trying to say, I just want to thank you. You don't know how much you changed my life. You don't know how much by you sharing your conversations with a Baba Dick Gregory or Judge Joe Brown, by you going across the country, doing interviews, or playing your horn. For people like, everybody's a critic on my horn playing, but some people like my horn playing, because like it's different strokes for different folks. Everybody ain't gonna like what you do, and everybody should not always like what you do. Because if everybody like what you do, that means you're not making a difference. You're not a threat. And it's quite obvious that a lot of folks, a lot of entities that I'm not even aware of, don't like what I do. They don't like the fact that a person like me, the idea that a person like me exists. And I got to live with that, because I want to live with that, because I am about self-love and not about self-harm. Like I be down and out about a lot of things, but at the same time, we fall down and we get up, because someday we all be free. Someday we all be free. So thank y'all. Thank you for supporting this. If you like the words from Brother Heard, please spread the word. We all be TV while you still can. Or you can email me your info, weallbe@gmail.com. I'll be creating a mail list, because like I said, they've been removing videos that I did over 10 years ago. I don't know what next they're going to remove that's violating community guidelines. Been out there for 10, 12, 13 years. I have seen things on Twitter that should violate community guidelines, like basically porn on Twitter that's over 10 years old, that has not been touched. But yeah, you got people that speak truth, they get put in Facebook jail, they get they get muted, they get shadow banned. I think it's just interesting, these games they play, but evidently I'm a threat for some reason, and I don't know why. I'm just I don't see myself as somebody like that. But in the words of A.L.L, somebody loves you, baby. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I thank God for a praying black mother. But if you like the words from Brother Heard, subscribe to We All Be TV. Like to support the artists and the We All Be movement. Cash App, $R2C2H2. Google Pay, PayPal, or Zelle, R2C2H2 @gmail.com. You can buy Artivist Art, R2C2H2.com. You can wear Artivist Art. I would say go below the box of this description, but they removed my shelf because they said I violated community guidelines too many times. Even though this channel is approved for monetization, never made a lot of money. But the one year I did make money, the feds is watching. The feds is watching 1 year after all these years of doing this stuff. Anyway, enough about me. Thank you all. Thank you for tuning in, to tune out, to get in where you fit in, because we all be in it to win it. I'll be in it to win it. I'll be in it to win it. I'll be in it to win it. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. We all be news-free Dixie for the 21st century. And we out this piece, man. Until the next episode. Yay, yay. I don't smoke weed every day.
Hey everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that Django review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.